Before we start, I want you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Celeb Factor. Here are celebrities who live with hearing loss. Number 10, Stephen Colbert. Many people might not realize that late-night talk show host Stephen Colbert actually suffers from hearing loss. Since he was a child, Stephen has been deaf in his right ear, and according to the late-night host, he had a tumor when he was a kid and had surgery to fix it. However, it caused damage to his inner ear and he lost his hearing completely. When he was a child, he wanted to become a marine biologist. However, the problems with his ear crushed those dreams rather quickly. It wound up working out for him in the end though, as he has a pretty cool talk show.
Take effect. I do want to point out, Ave Maria has played at a lot of funerals. It's a pandemic. Let's keep it light.
Number 9, Marlee Matlin. Marlee Matlin's an actress who's not only deaf but has accomplished so much during her career. When she was 21 years old, she won the Academy Award for her role as Sarah Norman in Children of a Lesser God. Not only was she the youngest performer to ever receive the Best Actress Academy Award, but the first hearing-impaired person to win the award as well. By winning the award, she has proven that being deaf doesn't stop her. She's been deaf for most of her life as she lost her hearing when she had the measles when she was just 18 months old.
Chicago, and I'm more humble than the hoity-toity stores.
Number 8, Bill Clinton. Many might not have realized that former President Bill Clinton suffers from hearing loss. Back in '97, when he was still in office, he became the second sitting president that was fitted for hearing aids. He was just 51 years old at the time and proved that it was okay to get hearing aids at a young age and to take care of your hearing. He also spread awareness about hearing aids, as well as his daughter Chelsea working with Starkey Hearing Foundations to help fit people in developing countries with hearing aids.
It's amazing, you know. For 3 or 4 weeks, I was totally lost.
Number 7, Niall DeMarco. Model Niall DeMarco made headlines as he became the first deaf contestant to appear on Dancing with the Stars. Niall's been deaf his entire life as he was born into a family that has multiple generations of deaf people. Fans wondered how he would be able to compete on the show since he wouldn't be able to hear the music he was dancing to. Turned out that Niall was an amazing dancer, and with the help of his partner, Peter Murgatroyd, he was able to do so. He learned most of the dance moves by simply watching Peter perform the moves, and he interpreted the music by watching Peter over and over, and was able to pick up the choreography with a lot of practice.
On that imbalance, do you think I would do very well? Obviously not.
Number 6, Halle Berry. Many people might not realize that actress Halle Berry is actually hearing impaired. She lost about 80% of her hearing in her right ear, all thanks to an abusive ex. Back in 2004, she shared that an ex-boyfriend hit her so hard in the head she suffered a traumatic brain injury and had damage to her ear that caused her to lose most of her hearing in her right ear. This didn't slow her down at all, as she not only went on to have a successful career but also became an advocate for domestic abuse so others wouldn't have to go through what she did.
Chicago, New York, big metropolitan cities, and they're void of people of color, really.
Number 5, Jane Lynch. Actress and host Jane Lynch is another celebrity who suffers from hearing loss. Based on her performances on screen though, you'd never be able to tell. In fact, Jane didn't even realize she was deaf in her right ear until she was 7 years old. She was fooling around with a transistor radio as the two were listening together and her brother kept switching it from ear to ear. She got angry, telling him to stop because you could only hear it from the one ear. And when he replied that he could hear from both ears, she realized something was definitely up. It obviously didn't stop her though, as she went on to have a successful career.
Obama with a group of people beforehand, you know.
Number 4, Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg is rocking hearing aids these days as she suffers from hearing loss. Unlike a lot of the other celebs on this list, Whoopi didn't have some sort of traumatic brain injury or was born with hearing loss. Instead, it was more of a natural thing, and attributes to listening to music way too loud and getting older. She's an advocate for hearing loss and wearing hearing aids, as she's a proud supporter of the Starkey Hearing Foundation. You'd never know that she wears hearing aids, as they're hidden under her dreadlocks.
Network thought they should go with a younger theater.
Number 3, Millie Bobby Brown. Believe it or not, as young as Millie Bobby Brown is, she suffers from hearing loss as she's deaf in one ear. Millie's young, and she was born with partial hearing loss that eventually completely went away as she got older. We all know that it hasn't stopped her acting career, and she's recently got into music as well. She's learned to make it work and adjusts herself so she'll be able to hear the director and her fellow actors while she's on set. In fact, you'd never know that she couldn't hear, now could you?
Christmas. Okay, so we're going to do the All That Shimmer Body Highlight Dust.
Number 2, Derek Coleman Jr. Football player Derek Coleman Jr. has overcome so much and defied many odds by becoming a professional football player while wearing hearing aids. Derek's deaf, and he lost his hearing completely when he was 3 years old due to his genetics. From a very young age, he was fit with hearing aids and gave a football a shot. He was good at football and didn't let his hearing aid stop him. He made things work, made sure he could play, and figured out how to wear a cap under his helmet to make sure his hearing aids wouldn't fall out. He learned how to read lips and make things work, and you'd never know he was deaf when he was on his field. He eventually played for the Seattle Seahawks and even became a Super Bowl champion.
Team, that able to play.
In the huddle, he tries to
Number 1, Rob Lowe. Actor Rob Lowe has been deaf in one ear his whole life, and when he was just a baby he had the mumps. However, it was never diagnosed properly. And as a result, the virus ran rampant and destroyed the cochlea in his right ear, which made him lose his hearing in that ear in its entirety, all before he was 1 year old. Obviously, he didn't let his hearing loss impact his career, as he went on to land some pretty successful roles. He makes things work, and he's learned to live with his hearing loss.
They do it for a little while, they fall off, they do it for a little while, and one day they get it. One day, that just the magic happens.
But this brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen, because I'm sure you'll love them. And with that, I'll see you in the next video.